If you look at it, Chris Algieri has a pretty solid record. His last 4 fights: Emmanuel Taylor, Ruslan Bravonikov, split decision, Manny Pacquiao, Amir Khan, and now he's fighting Erick Bonet. I understand why he's fighting Erick Bonet. If you don't know who Erick Bonet is, Erick Bonet fought Sean Porter before Sean Porter fought Adrian Broner. He was a late replacement and actually gave Sean Porter a little bit of problems early on in the fight. So it's going to be an intriguing fight because now we're going to see if Erick Bonet can have better success against a lighter punching Chris Algieri. I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. I'm actually a Chris Algieri fan. I was at Chris Algieri in the Amir Khan fight, where Amir Khan hasn't fought since and did not look good at all, even though he did get the win. But maybe this is where I'm torn. Did Amir Khan look really bad, or did Chris Algieri look really good with John David Jackson? And in my opinion, he looked really good again with John David Jackson, and not you know, Mr. let you out the cage, you know, gonna let you out the cage, Tim Lane. But he's gone now. And Chris Algieri in the Amir Khan fight was somewhat of a pressure fighter. You know, he was taking it to Amir Khan. And at one point in time, Amir Khan went down off of a punch, and it should have, in my opinion, been ruled a knockdown. So Chris Algieri going up against Erick Bonet, I'm interested to see what Chris Algieri is going to show up. Is this Chris Algieri is going to be the one that's going to come forward and try to go for the knockout? Because Erick Bonet, from what we've seen from him in the Sean Porter fight, he can fight on the inside. So I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. Did I say that already? I cover every single major fight live. Errol Spence said that Chris Algieri was offered the fight against him, but Chris Algieri turned it down. Chris Algieri was offered another fight that I can't remember that he turned down, but he's lost his last 2 fights, high-profile fights against Manny Pacquiao and Amir Khan. So I'm figuring fighting this Erick Bonet guy, this is just him trying to get a win, you know, under his belt. But it's like, where does he really go from here? You know, he's fighting at 147 pounds. There's a lot of fights out there for him, but I really don't know. I really don't know if Chris Algieri can win some of these big fights. For example, Chris Algieri is fighting in a very stacked 147-pound division. Can he fight? I mean, can he beat a Keith Thurman? Can he beat a Sean Porter? Can he beat a Danny Garcia? We don't know. Now, the Chris Algieri we've seen is supposed to be the good Chris Algieri we've seen against Ruslan Bravonikov. His last win was supposed to be this fighter who can box and move. But then when it came to Manny Pacquiao, even though Pacquiao's on a whole different level than him, we didn't see too much boxing. We saw a lot of moving. But then when he fights Amir Khan, he's kind of a boxing / pressure fighter. So we really don't, as I said earlier in the video, we really don't know who he is. We don't know who he can really beat and who he can hang with. But he's an entertaining fighter to watch. I actually like him. I gave him a lot of shit over the avocados because he's a master nutritionist, as he said. And then when he weighed in for the Manny Pacquiao fight at 144, when he was a champion at 140, he didn't make weight on the initial try, but he ended up making weight, but still just was like, yo, dog, what's up with all these superfood avocados? Like, you talking all this master nutritionist. I see you posting all this food on Instagram. Like the day before, he had posted the Pacquiao weigh-in. He had posted this big-ass burger, and then you don't make weight. It's like, anyway, I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. It's going to be on the undercard of Danny Jacobs versus Peter Quillin. It's actually going to be on Showtime Extreme. I believe it's like 9 p.m. or so. Chris Algieri versus Erick Bonet. You know, get busy. I'm going to stay busy situation so he could have his 2 fights a year and also get a win under his belt. That's what I'm seeing this fight as being. But don't be surprised if Erick Bonet win. Don't be surprised. T-Street Controversy, T-Street Controversy Live.